Hi guys, I'm Aaron. I'm here to show you guys how to finance a classic car. So there's a lot of websites out there that actually do fund classic cars online. There's like JJ Bass, Woodbridge Capital, and all these other websites. Now, I've talked to some of these other guys in the past. Generally, the interest rates you're looking at is about 7.5 to over 10%. So this is the thing. If you're going to pay 10% to buy a classic car, you probably shouldn't. It's just not worth it. So the place I found that is probably the best rates that you can find is a website called lightstream.com. So lightstream.com is unique. It's very different than these other capital places that give you financing, or like JJ Best. I'm going to tell you what the big difference is. Lightstream, you just apply online, they check your credit, and they literally fund you in 24 to 48 hours. You have the money in your bank account, which is great. You can take that money out and you can go buy the car cash, or you can write a check, or however you want to do it, to the people you're trying to buy the car from. JJ Best and these other companies will fund only up to, I believe, 90% of the car. So they don't fund the whole amount of the car, while Lightstream doesn't care. They'll fund whatever you need. They'll fund 100, they'll even fund over 100% of the car, including your taxes and any other things that are in the cost of the car. So Lightstream will give you the money. However, there's a big difference between Lightstream and a company like JJ Best. JJ Best will actually put a lien on the car, so they become the lien holder of the vehicle. And they also do something that's really cool, which I kind of like. I've never used JJ Best, but this is what they'll do. They'll go out and they'll match your VIN with the title of the person. So if you're buying a car, if you're in California like I am, and you're buying a car in Oklahoma or New York, they'll send someone out within 3 days to check the VIN and check the title, make sure it's not a fraud or a scam, and they will then fund you. They'll give you a check, and then you go ahead and you pay the other side, and they've already done the VIN verification for you. That's really cool. That means if you're buying a car, you don't necessarily need to worry about being a scam. The guy doesn't have the car, or the guy doesn't truly own the car and he's trying to scam you if you're finding him on Facebook Marketplace or on Craigslist or something like that. It's actually a really cool service, which most the companies that finance and put liens on the car do. And if something happens and they don't ship the car, JJ Best and these other companies will step in and they will basically help you recoup the money. And I actually asked them about this. They say it's never happened. So by them doing the VIN check, looks like that puts all the fraud that takes place out there to bed. Lightstream doesn't do anything like that. They're giving you the money. So it's up to you to do whatever you can do to protect yourself. So if they give you the money and you send it to somebody and you're not doing the VIN check and you're not doing your proper due diligence, you could lose all the money and still owe Lightstream $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, for example. And Lightstream interest rates are really low. They're as low as 2.5% to about, I believe, 6 or 7% for depending where your credit is. I mean, that's not bad. If you're going to buy a classic car and you're paying between, let's say, even 3 to 5 or 3 to 6%, that's not bad. That's not horrible, by the way. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's doable. It doesn't add a lot to your monthly payment. So, Lightstream is the way I would go, but if you're going to use them, try to buy a car locally where you can just get cash out of your bank and give it to the guy you're buying the car from, or give him a personal check. If you're buying from out of state, you got to do your due diligence. You got to go and protect yourself. Use escrow.com in that case. That's really the only website that's out there to protect you. You have to use escrow.com. You take your money, you put it in escrow.com, and you have the other side open an account with escrow.com, and when they ship the car or deliver the car, you fund the other side. That's how it works. That's what you should do. Don't send people cash if they're in another state. There's a small chance you won't see your cash and you won't see your car, and you have very little recourse. So that's my advice to you guys. Lightstream.com. If you can make the other side use escrow.com. If you trust the other side, then you can just send them a personal check. Sometimes I do that. Once in a while I have sent personal checks. I actually did this for this car here. Sent the guy a personal check for about half of it. I ended up trusting him, but it was not an expensive purchase. So if you're looking at a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 car, you probably should go out, see the car, take your checkbook with you and pay him right there and there, and get the title and get the delivery truck ready and do it. If you're over, you know, if you're over $30,000 or $40,000 on a classic car, you're gonna want to go see it, no matter where it is. Just get a plane ticket. It's gonna cost you a few $100 to $1,000 to go to another state, but do it. Otherwise, you can have problems. I've had problems in the past buying classic cars without seeing them, and you don't want to do that. You're going to want to go there and really look at the car, make sure what they're saying in the advertisement, the pictures and the video match up. And there's little things you see in person that you just can't get from videos. I'm sorry, you just can't. There's little things you see in the engine bay and other areas. I've seen areas of the car in the front where it's been, for example, there's parts in the front where it's been welded. Usually when you see that, it means the car might have been in an accident. Yeah, it might have been like 30, 40 years ago, and it's not a salvage, still a clean title. But this is little things you see. You might at that point want to not buy the car, or you know, you still might want to buy the car if it's a good deal. So these are little things you'll see that you really don't see in photos, and the owner might not even know about it himself. So there's little details in cars that you'll pick up once you kind of get into it. But you know, if you're going to finance a car, guys, don't pay a lot of interest rate. Don't go to 7, 8, 9, 10%, guys. Use Lightstream. You know, that's the best advice I can give you guys. I hope that was helpful. If you got any questions, please go ahead and ask, and check out some of our